SMQBs, episode 275. Milk, we got the keys to the castle tonight. It's just you and me, buddy.
Just you and me. It's really unbelievable. You know that feeling when you were in high school when your parents would go out of town and you had had the house to yourself and you might throw a party, get the keg going. I mean, it's kind of how I feel right now.
I mean, I definitely was thinking, I was like, the parents are away tonight. Like, this is unsupervised.
They've been texting us. They're really checking in on things to make sure we have it under control. I mean, they're very worried.
They should be. I think they probably should be. So, well, let's jump into it. Who are you bringing to the bar?
Well, all of this today, we've got the All-Star game, of course, in Philadelphia. We just had our wonderful 250th birthday for our country. I don't know if it's the nostalgia, the patriotism in me, but and all this talk about, of course, Philadelphia and the bell and all that, it just got me thinking about a moment in my life that I'll never forget. And sometimes you just have to take people to the bar that you want to thank because they've had such a profound, and I'm a patriot, I'm an American. And this person, I think, affected all of us, certainly affected the city of Philadelphia and has been written about in history books since then. And of course, I'm talking about Ronde Barber. In the early 2000s, if you're not familiar, in the NFC Championship game, it's 2003, Philadelphia.
Where was that played?
Philadelphia in the Vet. It's the last game in Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. The Bucks take a lead. Donovan McNabb leading the charge back. He drops back to pass around the 20-yard line and throws one of the most beautiful interceptions I've ever seen to Ronde Barber, who runs it back for a touchdown to seal the victory in the Vet, in the last game of the Vet, and take us to the Super Bowl. And so I just wanted to take him to the bar and just thank him. I don't do it enough. I think about that play probably daily in my life. And
I could see
buy him
that.
a drink. Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
So it's funny because I'm going to go with another, football legend. It's long overdue, but the Washington football franchise has finally decided to retire the number 44. I guess not.
Long overdue.
Yeah, I guess retire it. Long overdue. The number of the Diesel himself, John Riggins. And I know that, this was back in the day where, just running over Cowboys and Giants and Eagles. I mean, like nothing. Just abusing these teams year after year after year. And of course, the famous image of Riggo, well, there's two. The one from the field is him breaking away from the Dolphins guy on 4th and 1 in the Super Bowl to clinch the Super Bowl victory that year. But, he did that to the Eagles guys all the time, too, and Cowboys and Giants also. The other image that many people remember him is his comment to Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor. He went to this event and he had a couple beers before going, hadn't eaten anything. And she was getting up to leave the party. And he said, "Come on, loosen up, Sandy, baby. You're too tight." And that is kind of a legendary DC story. He spent the rest of the dinner sleeping on the floor under the table. In fact, they actually became good friends. And when his football career was over, and he did some acting, and she presented him with flowers at his premiere, his debut acting on the stage. So they actually got to be friends over it. But he was one of the colorful guys, and just deserves to be taken to the bar.
I love it. And we are so fortunate, the two of us, to have unbelievable teams, memories like this. Can you imagine being a Cowboys, Eagles, and Giants fan? Ugh.
Yeah,
God, I mean,
no,
it's really bad,
misery,
really bad. Yeah,
just misery.
just misery.
Well, it doesn't feel right with all the patriotism, but we do have to talk a little World Cup soccer. I don't know, Milk. You and I were probably the two guys who were least, into it going
Still
into the
going
whole
on?
thing. Yeah, they're still playing. Apparently, that's what I
I,
heard.
I don't know.
Apparently, it's still happening. But let's just talk freely about this. We don't have to hide from House or Rooster or Pope right now. I mean, just freely. What do you think? What's your reaction?
Well, look, I will be honest with you. I've gotten heavily into the World Cup. My interest, I would say, took a steep dive off a cliff once the United States lost last Monday night against Belgium. But I'm still there. It's been a exciting tournament. I think and it's not just me saying it; it's all of the players saying it. I think the U.S. has hit a home run here, no pun intended. And
As
just
the host,
from
as a host country, you mean?
as a host
Or
country,
yeah,
absolutely. And not just I think the stadiums have been great, but I mean, just everything where I mean, Holland was talking about the practice facilities that they've been able to use. It's just we've done a really, really, really good job. Um, it has not come without controversy. I think over the weekend, this VAR stuff has gotten out of control. Some would say, everything is being analyzed. And soccer is so interesting. Like, you go to the video booth to determine whether a red card should be issued, and you also go back. And it's like and this was the big controversy. I think it was the Egypt game, right? Like,
yeah.
they go back and look. So Egypt scores, and then they go back into the VAR, and they're like, no, there was like a foul like 10 seconds before they broke away to score, so we're not going to count that goal. And it's like, what are we doing here? What?
Right.
So yeah. So I don't. I mean,
Well, and then the other, I guess, drama was it was I guess, was it England and Norway where the ball hit the television antenna or cable?
debatable,
And
I think, but
yeah,
yes.
well, I know because they have a chip in the ball that apparently didn't go off, but it seemed at the time it was pretty clear that the ball hit something in the stadium in the the rafters or something, I guess, and changed direction, and that led to uh, one of England's goals. Um, so that was a little drama there too, right?
Yeah. I think, I don't know if soccer, football, whatever, ever changes rules, if that's like a big deal or not. But I mean, some of these things they have zero impact on the play, right? Like offsides, if your fingernail is offsides and the VAR will now pick up on that, no goal. I mean, did it really have an impact on the play? Like, that happened in one of the early group stages where it was like, did the ball like hit his hair
Right,
before
right.
it's so I don't know. I mean, going back and determining through video review that the foul took place 10 seconds before they broke free, and then scored. It just seems like it's getting a little out of control with technology. I mean,
Well, and
it's like, just let the guys freaking play.
I actually wrote something about this a couple months ago when we started talking about the robot umpires in
Right.
baseball this year. And I said, like, all this striving to be perfect and get everything right, like, that's not life, right? I mean, life isn't perfect, and sometimes the imperfection, you know, is a better outcome than technically getting it right. I don't know. Maybe that's not well thought out or what, but it just seems like these are sports. Things happen. There's plays that are all over the field that happen that are missed, many of which have a greater impact on the game than some of these things they go back and see on replay. So just play the game. Just play the game. Like,
Yeah.
we talked about it here on the NFL. You get a bad spot. on fourth down, and it can completely change, a drive or something. And we don't go back and look at replay and have chips in the. I guess they do review the spot, but still, I mean, you don't have chips in the ball that say where. I don't know. I just think you can get in the way of the game with the technology.
I totally agree. Look, at the bottom line though is this: here we are. We got the Final Four, and what do you know? The cream has risen to the top, and it's the top 4 teams in the world that are left. It's France, Argentina, Spain, and England. And so it's reminded me a lot about March Madness,
Yeah.
Madness, where
Is that good or bad? Is it good or bad that the top 4 there?
I mean, I think it's good. I think we're about to see some unbelievable soccer, right? I mean, even for me who doesn't follow it, to see France play Spain, you've got Messi in England playing Argentina. I mean, these are the stars of this. These are the Tom Bradys of this sport, right? Mbappe, Messi. I mean, these are legends. You've got the young kid. What's his name for Spain? The 18-year-old. I always forget his name. So
I'm not going to be able to help you with that.
Yeah, right. This is when you need house. I think it's probably very good. I think you want to see the best talent have to play each other to win the World Cup. But it's been fun. It's just very similar. Like you get the fun stories, you get the Cape Verdes. That's always like the 12th.
Who?
Cape Verdes.
Who? I forgot about them already.
Yeah, that's the 14th seed who advances 2 rounds in the NCAA tournament. So yeah, I think we're about to see an unbelievable couple games here, and
I think one party crasher would have been good.
Yeah,
right. One party crasher would have been.
It would have been good.
Oh God, who am I rooting for? Well, I look at England.
Win?
I mean, maybe it's getting a little old now and everything, but we did fight a war for independence from England. So I don't know. I'm not just ready to turn around and start cheering for them at this point. I mean, it's been 250 years,
turf.
But I mean,
like on our birthday,
right? I mean, next one day it's the World Cup, the next thing they're burning Washington again. So I just don't think I can root for England. I guess I'm going to go with the French. Go France.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Argentina won it. I mean, I guess if you want to see a back-to-back, that would be kind of cool. It hasn't happened in a long time, but I think France is who I'm rooting for.
Yeah. God. I mean, we know who House and Pope are rooting for, right? I mean, if it's so Argentina, it's so obvious.
But yeah,
so
you think so?
Yeah, so I've got to root against them, clearly.
Yeah.
But that would mean I have to root for England, which also hurts. I'm not a big fan of Harry Kane either. I don't really like him. He comes on. By the way, there's no reason for me to not like him, but just something about him just rubs me the wrong way.
Well, about 70% of the country, 50% of the country came up with a reason not to like him last weekend, but we won't get into that here.
Right. Exactly. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know. I'll go ahead and root for Spain, I think. I like Spain in this. I think they have no chance against France, but
I think we had one prediction sent in by text from these guys, didn't we? I think Pope.
Was it Pope?
Pope sent one in. Oh yeah. Pope loves a good prediction. Let's see.
Who did he take?
Let's see. Who did he take?
I want to say
he said he's got England over France in the final.
England over? Wow.
Yeah.
He might be rooting for England. That's
he might be. Yeah.
Come on, Pope.
So let's talk one more thing on soccer, though. I think we got to talk about it. We got I mean, is this ever going to happen for us? Or every 4 years we come around and it's like well, the U.S. had a great showing and so many eyes were opened up to soccer and blah, 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 blah. I mean, like, I
Sounds
don't know,
familiar,
man.
doesn't it?
Is this
Doesn't
going
it
to
sound
ever
familiar?
happen? Yeah.
I mean, every 4 years, it's the same conversation. And look, House will be so pissed at me for saying this, but because he really believes I think every 4 years he thinks there's going to be this massive change. And by the way, if there is a change, it will probably take 30 years for it to actually see the results, right? Because you're talking about like a fundamental change in the way our youth
Yeah,
look at the sport.
but that's what, remember 1994, right? That was
Right.
that was 30 years ago.
We
And
should
here
be
we are.
seeing right. And what have we gotten farther?
I don't think
No.
so.
We got to the round of 16 again and not just lost. If we had lost to Belgium, by one goal, if it was close down to the wire, I mean, it would have been more painful. But I mean, it was a beating. Like we
A
were texting each
beating.
other. I would say within like 4 minutes of the game, you kind of like knew it was over. Like, oh, this team's like, I don't know anything about soccer. I knew Belgium was much better than us. Like, not even like in the same ballpark. And I don't know. I still think there there's a lot of chatter lately about the lack of development. We don't it's not just you could throw a good athlete in. You have to develop that athlete, and we don't have a developmental system. And you've heard all the soccer guys talking about this, Landon and all those dudes. And I don't disagree with that. I think but I think doesn't that go hand in hand with the fact that it's just not as popular as these other ones? I mean, when I think about Tampa, where I live, and I think about the most popular sports, number one, hands down, I think it it goes back and forth between football and baseball. Like those are still top sports. Everybody's playing baseball. Everybody's playing football. By the way, flag football down here has become huge. Huge. Flag football is huge all over the country. But you know what's huge down here in Tampa now? Hockey.
Yeah.
Ice hockey. And they have a great system. They're developing players. They're doing all these things. I don't know any kids here that soccer is their number one sport. I know one. I take that back. I know one out of all of my son's friends who's like, oh, all I do is play soccer. And by the way, his dad is from France. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you can't
Right.
make it up. Like
Right.
literally. So I like Preston my youngest son who's 8 plays soccer. It is baseball's is number one. He plays flag football. He plays soccer casually. It is unorganized. My wife's friend, a mom, was the head coach. Nothing against her. I love her, but she didn't play soccer, and I don't even know if she played in high school. One game I was coaching. Like she didn't come, and me and another dad were coaching. We're not developing these kids.
Right.
We're not, So I I I don't know. I've told you guys this. I was at my oldest son's baseball practice the other day. He has a former minor league player coaching him. When I go to little league, which is, that's the recreational baseball. It's very inexpensive. All the dads that are coaching, all have played high school and college baseball. There are several guys in our little league organization who played professionally that are now coaching. They're developing these kids. They know what they're doing. I go to these practices, I see what they're doing. So I'm not saying it can't happen in soccer, but I just think there's just a lot. This is not Belgium where this is it. It's soccer or nothing. And
Yeah.
they have the ecosystem to create the development of all their players. I'm not saying we don't have the ability to do it. Obviously we do. But is anybody going to put in the effort, the time to create some massive national organization of soccer and still and get the kids excited about it? I don't know. I just think there's too many other distractions. And I don't see it. I don't know. House would
Yeah.
disagree, but
But yeah, he definitely would disagree.
I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think what you said is right on. It's just not a lot of people. A lot of people are very passionate about soccer in the U.S., but it seems like it's a very small group that are passionate. It's not. It's like you said. You don't go to every town, and kids are dying to play soccer. There's other sports that are 1-2. Soccer's on the list somewhere for them. So it just doesn't seem to have caught on in our country to where you have that critical mass of unbelievable players passing down, what they learned to the next generation, then to the next generation. I mean, it's just not in the culture. I don't
No.
know,
Is
and
there?
I know they sell out stadiums for games and stuff, but it still is not drawing the best athletes.
No, it's not. I don't think it's a coincidence that we can't compete in men's tennis anymore either. I think the women's tennis is much more advanced and there's more interest at a youth level. Like again, I don't see a lot of kids, a lot of boys who are saying, I want to play tennis. I want to play and try to get to the next level. Like there's too many other distractions. I see a lot of that on the women's side, and I don't think it's a coincidence that our women's professional tennis is a lot more advanced than our men's professional tennis. Once again, we just had Wimbledon come, and we got one guy in the quarterfinals, and no one after that. And we haven't had someone in men's tennis in a decade, 15 years, do anything. So I don't. I think there's you see us advance in these sports when the youth level is the development is there, but also the interest has to be there as well.
Right.
You know,
Right. Yep. Well, we'll see. I mean, I'm rooting for the team, but I just
well, yeah, I'll root them. And 2030, we'll get back on the train for
it just
for 2
felt
weeks.
it just felt like a huge thud the way it ended.
It well, yeah, and I think also, by the way, that has to do with, and I saw that they're thinking about expanding again. So it's like
Yep.
totally going the way of March Madness. Like 64 teams.
Yeah.
You know, look, we were playing Bosnia in the round of 32. Like we're good enough to beat Bosnia
And
right? Like,
Herzegovina.
and Hurts, right? We took them both on. That's two
Yeah.
countries. So we have the ability to take to, but when it got down to a top 10 team in the world, it was like
Outclassed.
right. You're not there. You can beat the 40s and the 30s. So it was like deceiving, right? Because the expansion, we got out of a group that I think was, again, House will say Paraguay was, they were great, but were they? I mean, I know
Nah.
they took whomever, France, down to the end. I get it. But I wasn't really worried about Australia and Turkey. I don't know. I just, we'll see. We'll see.
Yep.
We'll
Well,
be
let's
interested again in a few years.
look. It was fun, and certainly we'll watch the semis and the final this week. And we'll look forward to it in another 4 years. It is very cool how it's the thing that everybody is talking about, like not just in the U.S. Like everybody
Yes.
is talking about these stories.
It's been a great, it's been
pretty
a
amazing.
great World Cup.
Yeah.
Great World Cup. U.S. has done a good job. And I think that's also part of the reason there's a lot of chatter in the U.S. It's
Yeah,
like,
sure.
because it's here.
It's here.
So,
It's
you
here.
know, I can barely where was it last time? Qatar.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. That made sense.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's jump into a real American sport. It's
Thank you.
You said at the top, yeah, it's the MLB All-Star week is here. Do you get excited for the All-Star game?
I'm highly excited for the Home Run Derby. I don't know about the game itself. And I'll tell you, look, it helps when you have a player on that is part of the Home Run Derby. If you don't,
definitely.
It's fun. Right. Like it's fun to watch. We've had many years without a Tampa Bay Ray in the Home Run Derby, like every year. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously juniors in it and like could possibly win it. So yes, I'm all in. It's exciting. I don't know. There's a new format. I'd love to get your thoughts on that. They've gone away from the clock. Now it's just swings. I think you get 20. You get 20 the first round, right? And then it drops to 15.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah. So I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I don't know if it's a big deal.
Of course, the irony is that we've introduced the clock into baseball, and now at the home run derby, we're taking it out. Right? Like we've got the pitch clock and everything now, and then we get to the home run derby and we say, no, we're not gonna have a clock.
Right. So like I'm a little, sometimes it drags a little bit, the home run derby. Like, is this gonna make it worse? Like, do you get to take
the
a
other
break?
thing, I guess this thing can be over before you know it, right? Like if you've only got so many swings and the other guys,
You're right.
Right? Like it's not going to come down necessarily. It could, but it doesn't have to come down to the last pitch, which I guess with the clock, it doesn't always come down to the last second either. So it'll be if it comes down to the last pitch, then or the last swing, I guess, then it could be really exciting.
That's true.
Yeah. So like if a guy needs to hit one out on this pitch or this swing, then it kind of amps up the pressure a little bit.
But does he get to walk off and take a deep breath and take a sip of water and
right,
get ready and do all that stuff?
Right, like sign a baseball card that goes into a pack that somebody makes $500,000 on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think, as far as the game goes, I think it depends again, like on your team. For me, I'm excited to see the Nats have had two young guys who are just on fire this year. I mean, the Nats having the starting shortstop for the National League in CJ Abrams, didn't see that coming necessarily, but he's earned it. I mean, he has 100% earned it. He is right now in the National League the best shortstop in the game. And so to get to see him out there, that's exciting. And then, I mean, James Wood was not a fan vote starter, but he's on the team. First of all, he absolutely should have been one of the starters. I mean, he is a top 3 offensive player in baseball.
Why is he not in the home run derby?
Well, I don't know.
Doesn't he have 28?
Yeah, he's got 28, including 10 leadoff home runs this year.
That's just as many as Junior, by the way.
He was in it last year, and it's not clear if he was invited or not invited or what. But I'll tell you this, I'm okay with him not being in it because
did he stink after?
Yeah, he did.
Didn't he? I remember that. Didn't he go?
He did.
Yeah.
So, I don't think he's missed a game this year. He's going to be there and he's going to play a little bit, I'm sure, but it's not so bad for him to take a little breather there. But I'm excited for the country to see him. I finally have started seeing like one of the MLB Network guys on Instagram or something did this, like, who would you rather have? And who would you rather start your team with? And they went through all the young stars out there. And at the end of the day, Wood was his number one choice. That's it. James Wood, that's who he wants over Skeens, over Junior, over anybody, anybody you can think of. It was James Wood. And so I think the country's starting to hear about him. So, for me, that's what's exciting about the All-Star game is this year, at least, is getting to see some of our players go out there and hopefully show the country what they can do.
Yeah, no, look, it's a fun few days. I'll tell you right now, we were talking about earlier, the National League lineup looks frightening. Schwarber, Soto, Freeman, and Abrams as your top 4.
Yeah, geez.
Trout's leading off for the American League. I mean, that's okay. Alvarez is good. Junior in the cleanup. It just doesn't. Witt, Bellinger, Rice. I guess Rice
has been crushing the ball.
I don't know but doesn't the American League always win?
Always, I think.
Oh, right. So
yeah,
I say this.
You're right.
And then you could totally see the American League just winning another one. But I don't know, that starting lineup for the National League looks quite sick. I will tell you, what's the pressure on Schwarber and Harper tonight? I mean, that's got to be in Philadelphia.
If it's not Schwarber versus Harper in the final, right? That's a fail, isn't it? And boy, what What if one of them gets there and the other doesn't? That's going to be awkward in the clubhouse moving forward. Oh boy,
I mean, they will never hear.
But listen, I got to ask you. I mean, do you think will Bryce Harper be distracted by this Terry Thompson situation that's come out?
Yeah, look, this is a dark cloud over the city of Philadelphia tonight, and I hope it doesn't taint his legacy, because
Right.
it's to be involved in a gambling accusation like this.
Yeah.
It's
Now
really
he's denying it. He's denying he knew anything.
Allegedly, he's denying it. He's
Yeah.
denying it. Hopefully, there's not proof. But this poor man, Terry Thompson, was targeted. His favorite player, I think, was Bryce Harper, and Bryce is sending him videos through Cameo. Next thing you know, he's lost $2 million.
Yeah. By the way, what in the actual fuck is Bryce Harper doing on Cameo? Isn't that for like C-list people? Like,
yes.
Isn't that like Snooki? Like you get Snooki to give you like a birthday shout out or something on there?
Yes. And don't you make like $200?
I mean, why is he on there?
I don't know. I have no idea. And it's a little, by the way, did you see the video? It's like, hey, Terry, your sponsor at FanDuel has gotten you a video. I mean, shouldn't he have been like, wait, what? What is going on? FanDuel has paid for this?
Right. I mean, just if you're a player, just stay away from FanDuel and DraftKings and just don't do it, guys. Don't do it.
I love that FanDuel, if you bet enough money, will clearly give you some sort of like butler person. Like you get an assistant that will like a concierge.
Yeah, like, oh, let me help you place this bet on your phone because you can't figure it out, right?
Like, don't you want to take the Phillies?
Well, it's just got to be a little uncomfortable for Harper, and that and the pressure of going up against his teammate. I don't know. We'll see how he does.
I mean, we saw how he did in the World Baseball Classic. Not very well at all.
Yeah.
So it
was disappointing
on him.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. We'll see, but it should be a fun night. I'm excited for. If Junior wins, I will be talking a lot of shit to House. I'll tell you that much.
Should be fun. See. Yeah. All right. Good. Well, I hope everybody will watch it. It's a fun couple days. And by the way, just last thing I'll say on this, I think baseball's really figured this whole thing out too now with the draft on the weekend and the futures game played, and then Hal's reporting back on the Fan Fest and all the the sort of very cool memorabilia that's out there. I think they've really figured out how to nail All-Star Weekend or week.
Yeah, because you've been to one, right? They had one in Washington.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun, right?
It was a ton of fun. And, it was in my neighborhood. So it was like, outside my front door was the Fan Fest. So that was pretty cool also. But it's, if you like baseball, it's a very cool environment.
Yeah. It'll be exciting.
All right, let's cross the pond, talk a little golf. It's the Open, right?
It is. It's the last one of the year. Aren't you excited? No more fantasy golf major betting for
fuck's sake! I have to do that bet again.
Yes, you do.
What is that bet? What is that? Tell me what the. Never mind.
I don't know.
I'll ask Sunday morning. It'll be more fun that way.
Just ask how the rules work. I will say this is my favorite major of the year. Every year, there's something about morning golf on a. You wake up on Thursday morning and they're at teeing off at 5 a.m. I love it. I love the British Open. It's my favorite tournament. Royal Berkshire is, it's a classic. I think they last played there. I think Spieth won it in 2017 is the last time they played there. But what's very interesting about this weekend? The weather. So we're so used to freezing cold, rain, all the wet conditions, nightmare wind, all that stuff. No rain forecasted so far. Can change obviously quickly. 80 something degrees, and sunny the whole time. So that's going to be an interesting, how is that going to affect the conditions? You might have very firm conditions, firm greens, firm fairways, which this course, it's not, you can't go up there and just long ball your way out of this. You're not going to win it through driving distance and things like that. It's really a precision course. You go, you're in some bad rough. You're out of bounds if you're not hitting it in the fairway. The nightmare bunkers that literally would take me 20 shots. I don't know if I can get out of those bunkers, quite frankly. The ones that are 18 feet tall, it looks like.
Right.
So it's going to take, you're going to have to be very, very precise. It'll be interesting if it's firm or not. I mean, obviously Rory and Scotty are the two names. Could this be Fleetwood's? I mean, everyone's rooting for Fleetwood to win one. He's actually from this area. So this is kind of his course. Will he finally break through? I don't know. But Scotty's having uncharacteristic. I mean, we say he hasn't won a major this year. He did get cut at the Scottish Open last weekend, which was his first cut in like an ungodly amount of time. So I don't know what's going on with him. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I would personally, I would love Fleetwood to win it. I think that guy's come so close. You almost feel really bad for him. But anyone but Rory, you know how I am. ABR, man. ABR.
All right. Well, that'll start crack of dawn Thursday.
Crack of dawn. Yes, like 4:00 in the morning. Get your picks in now.
Yeah. All right. All right. Do you have a punch?
I don't have a punch. You have one?
No, I don't. I don't really have a punch.
Anyone?
I got nothing. I mean, yeah, no, I don't have anything. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we can always punch Bryce Harper.
Yeah, we could always. That's right. Yeah, that's true. For making some guy lose $2 million allegedly.
Yeah, I mean,
allegedly.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
No, I don't have a punch. There is a good lasso though.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
It's actually a lasso from Ted Lasso. And I think we reported on this a couple of weeks ago, but Cristo Fernandez is the actor who plays Danny Rojas, the Football is Life guy in Ted Lasso. And he actually got a professional contract and he played in his first game. I think it was yesterday or the day before, but it was over the weekend. He played in his first professional game. He went in, I think at like minute 79 into the game, immediately got a yellow card. But that's okay. So that's kind of a cool story. The guy was an actor on the show and here he is. He's actually out there playing, some level nuts. Professional. Yeah, it's really cool. So that's a good lasso. A lasso from Lasso, a real one.
Okay. I like it.
All right. How about a buzzer beater?
I mean, I guess we have to talk about Wimbledon real quick, right?
But yeah.
Did that actually happen? I mean, I don't know if is the World Cup did it just eat Wimbledon this year?
I think it did. Yeah.
Yeah. I literally yesterday morning, I was in the gym and I looked up and I was like, oh, it's the Wimbledon final on. No, I had totally forgotten. And I don't know if it's just the center guy. He's kind of, Alvarez is out. He's injured.
Yeah.
So basically it's center just wins everything now, I think. So he won, of course. And it wasn't, I think he lost the first set and then maybe won 3 in a row after. But I don't know. It just didn't, the celebrities were there, man. That's cool, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I could not tell you who won either men's or women's. So I guess I'm guessing Sinner won. I guess I just learned that.
Sinner won. I can't tell who won the women's. I don't know.
I think it was like 2 Croatian women against each other. It was like the first time a Croatian woman was going to win or something.
Oh,
I think I'm right about that.
Linda Noskova?
Sure, if you say so.
From yeah. You're right. Okay, I guess she won it. I had no idea. She beat Coco Gauff. That's right. Okay, in the semis.
In the semis.
That was our one chance, yeah.
Yeah. I think you're right though. I think the World Cup did just swallow it up.
It totally did. It
I don't even
totally
remember
did.
seeing a commercial for breakfast at Wimbledon. That was
No,
always a thing. I don't even remember seeing a commercial.
I think tennis also has a big problem. I mean, again, I that's a selfish American speaking. I'm sure it's totally wasn't a problem outside the US, but yeah, I think we've got a lot going on. We've got no Americans, of course, in the final again. I mean, it's just year after year after year. I don't our best guy seems to be Taylor Fritz, and he can't get past the quarters.
No,
Uh,
never.
never. And so I just don't think we have, and it doesn't look like there's anyone on the horizon either. It's just not a good time. So it's the
It's got
interest here
I mean, it's got to
is
be
limited.
interesting at the semis on, right? You got to at least have four guys, right, or four women who are interesting, so that there's just I don't know. It just doesn't seem. Talk about a field expanded too big, right? I mean, nothing is interesting about that until you get down to the quarters.
Yeah. Right. No, I don't start paying attention.
No.
Barely
So
pay attention to the finals.
okay. Well, apparently Wimbledon happened.
Wimbledon
Um,
happened.
I'm gonna give a buzzer beater shout out to Roch Cholowsky, who was the number one pick in the MLB draft this
Okay.
weekend,
Okay.
coming out of UCLA. Not exactly sure we can say he's clutch, given how UCLA went out in the regional this year after having a wire to wire first place. But shortstop, 6'2", 200 pounds. So he was a junior, fourth year junior, I guess, at UCLA. It looked like I think there was a lot of college guys taken, which was interesting in the early part of the first round. A lot of college hitters. So I don't know. That's I'll give a shout out there to the number one pick.
Yeah, I was very happy because the Rays get Grady Emerson, he was actually a lot of people had him as the consensus number one pick,
Yes,
and the Rays need a shortstop since the other guy that we had is in prison. So, or not prison. He doesn't have to go to prison, but he'll never play for the Rays again. He's the
right.
person not to be ever named again in this house. But we needed a shortstop badly, and so we've got our future one in him. Maybe we'll see. Who knows if these guys? I mean, he's in high school.
Well,
So
that's one of the things that's kind of wild about baseball, right? I mean, these guys are 4 or 5 years from being relevant, right? Now,
totally.
some of the college guys, there's a little more pressure on them to be up sooner. So you never know. I mean, the guy we took had the 11th pick, a guy named Chris Hakopian, actually, who's a local. He was a local kid. He went to Texas A&M, but I think he's from the DC area from high school and stuff.
That's
And he
actually
was a
cool.
4 year junior. So he's a second baseman, big hitter. Apparently, let's see what happens. I mean, because the Nats took what's his name? The guy who was right behind Skeens. I've already forgot his name. Dylan Cruz, and he was. You think back to that draft, it was like a can't miss Skeens or Cruz or Skeens. You didn't know who the Pirates were going to take with the one pick at the time. Cruz was thought of that highly as a batter, and he struggled. Now he's starting to come around a little bit, but same thing is, did they bring him up too soon? So
Right.
are these
Right.
are these college guys really ready to jump in? I don't know. So we'll see. But there's a lot of college guys taken. So interesting draft.
If you go back and you look at, I was looking at this the other day. Like, I think the Rays have had the number one pick a few times, top three picks. I mean, it's kind of depressing. I mean, like, very few have actually. Several have never played. Never actually made it to the pros. Traded away somewhere along the way. Our biggest name was Josh Hamilton, who ended up having a massive drug problem that he got in the minor leagues in Bradenton, Florida, and then he became a hero for the Rangers for many years.
Yeah,
But
that was a Ray. The Rays drafted him, huh?
He was the number 1 pick for the Rays.
Yeah. I didn't realize he was the Rays.
And then he literally played minor league baseball down here in Bradenton and like got in with the wrong crowd. He was like this high school perfect, and
he was Marinovich.
Yeah,
he was the baseball version of Todd Marinovich. Yeah,
really bad drugs, and obviously he's got issues. And but then he had great years with the Rangers. But
I think he relapsed. Did he relapse after? Because he was an MVP.
Yeah. Then he would go in and out. I don't know how he's doing now. Maybe he's been out of the game for a while. I mean, hopefully he's doing okay. But the point being, it's such a crapshoot. You don't know what's going to happen with these kids, especially the younger that you draft them, because Josh Hamilton was a high schooler.
So, yeah. By the way, just a small footnote. Both C.J. Abrams and James Wood, who I talked about as being in the All-Star game tonight for the Nats, both guys who came over in the Juan Soto trade. So Soto is not with the Padres anymore, not with the team that he left the Padres for, the Yankees, on his third team, and 2 of those guys are in the All-Star game tonight.
What are you implying?
Well, it looked like the trade might have worked out, and I love Soto, but the trade seemed to have worked out.
That's right. So. It did.
All right, got anything else this week?
That's it. We missed you, boys.
Yes, yeah, we did. Your teams all suck.
All of them.
All of them. And
just so happy I wake up and I do not root for one of their teams.
Yeah, I know. Every day. Every day. You're thankful for it. Yeah.
Depressing.
All right, have a good week.
All right. Later.